the very beginning of your practice, I've told you three things. I want you to smile. I want you to laugh with yourself because your mind is crazy. And I want you to have fun. Okay? That carries through all the way to arahaja. You smile because it makes your mind lighter, makes your observation of how things occur much easier. You laugh with yourself because your mind is absolutely bonkers. Everybody's mind is that's a human being, unless they get to be an arahat. They're the only people that are considered completely sane. Mind is crazy. It's going to come up with all kinds of nonsense. Old habitual tendencies. Well, when this situation happens, it's like the one that happened a long time ago. I'm going to act in the same way. And how much suffering do you cause yourself when you do that? How much pain do you cause yourself? Because you can't blame the outside world for your pain. Your pain arises because you are attached to something. You're trying to control something in the way you want it to be. You're trying to make things be the way you want it to be, when you want it to be that way. And the more you do that, the more you suffer. And you can't blame me for your suffering, although I get blamed a lot for everything else. It's always my fault. Doesn't matter what it is. When I was up on the hill teaching these college students, they'd come and they'd tell me some insight. And I'd say, are you blaming me for that? I get blamed for everything. The good as well as the bad. Just nonsense stuff. The more you settle mind down, the more you take an interest in how hindrances arise. And I'm not talking gross things with, oh, I have this hatred of this or that, and I'm restless about this or that. I'm talking about what happens first. Now, your mind was on your object of meditation, and then it wasn't. How did that happen? It doesn't just all of a sudden, well, there's sadness, or there's anxiety, or my mind always takes off and worries about this or that. Well, why does that happen? Because your mindfulness is not sharp enough to see how this process works. Every time you have any kind of repeat thought, you have an attachment. Somebody says something that you don't like. You walk away and then you start thinking about all the reasons you don't like that. And then just like it's on a tape deck, it happens again. Well, who has an attachment? Who's taking it personally? Who's causing themselves pain? You can't blame that other person because you're doing it to yourself. Every time we take anything personally, craving is there. It's a painful feeling, I don't like it. It's a pleasant feeling, I really like it. I want it more. I. But there's nothing in the physical universe that's the way we see with these eyes. The interesting thing about, I tell you to sit still, don't move. Can you? No? Why? Well, your blood's moving, your heart's beating, you're breathing. There's lots of movements that are happening. And then you get down smaller. The molecules, the atoms, the electrons, the neutrons, they're always moving. The earth is moving. You can't sit still. Sit without moving. Impossible. In the ultimate sense of things. And it's all impersonal. This stuff happens because conditions are right for it to happen. So what are you going to do with what arises in the present moment? You're going to fight with it? You're going to try to control it? You're going to try to just make yourself suffer more? You can do that. But it sure gets tiresome. It's really not very nice how we make ourselves suffer. We really cause ourselves so much pain. The Buddha talked about if you saw how many tears you've shed in all of your lifetimes, it would fill up an ocean. That's a lot of tears. And why does that keep happening over and over again? Because of attachment. What is the attachment? I am that. I am my thoughts. I am my feelings. Every time you take anything personally, that is the cause of suffering.